Shalom. Shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, as always, I'd like to start out giving all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to our power. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostle, elder bishops, and great millstone, who rule well, teach on sound doctrine. Peace, citation to the hopeful elect. All right, and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children, that the Lord will have mercy on in these perilous times. Perilous meaning dangerous times that we're currently living in. All right, it's your brother HAQADASH, representing GMS branch here in Cleveland, Lord willing, to bring out an edifying in transit. I guess I'll just make this another spiritual breakfast, but the title the Spirit gave me is gods that are activated. You know, I don't know where it's gonna take me, but we are gods that's been activated. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta act like it. The world is being flipped right side up because the gods were activated. Who are the gods? We are the gods. You see, we are the gods, man. You know, it's written in the law, and Yahawashi also quoted it himself. All right, matter of fact, we could just start with that. You know, because with a god, because when you're labeled as a god, it comes with a certain status. It comes with a reputation. It comes with a, you know, an image. You know, being named a god. You know. Make sure this sound is good. Because we're getting ready to rule the whole earth. We're getting ready to judge the whole earth. We're getting ready to you know, we're getting ready to, you know, be kings on the earth, man. You know, so let me get this preset real quick. I'm gonna get the one. I'm gonna get both of them. I'm gonna get the one. I'm gonna get it when Yahawashi quoted it, and I'm gonna get the actual preset he quoted from. And this is what happened, because when you go to Genesis 6, and it goes into there were giants on the earth. That's talking about the Napoleon, which have to deal with the sons of God, which were us, and we fell from our heavenly estate. It said men of renown are men of importance, men with status, men with great influence. Right? You could hear people often say, yeah, we were taller back then, right? Which people will consider being a giant today, but you had like Lil Wayne, and on one of his songs he said, I'm a giant, I'm colossal, or some shit like that. That just means that his status, his influence is humongous. Okay? His influence is humongous. His you know, matter of fact, let me see. Let me just read this real quick and I'm gonna get that. This is Psalms 82:6. So I'll read that first. This is where Yahawashi was quoting. Psalms 82, verse 6. It says, I have said you are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. Right, we're gods, man. All right, in the beginning. All right, I mean, before I get that, I'm gonna be all over the place. And let me get it where Yahawashi said it. This is the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 34. Yahawashi answered them, is it not written in your law, I said ye are gods? If he called them gods, unto whom the word of the Most High came, and the scripture cannot be broken. Say ye of him whom the Father hath sanctified and sent into the world, thou blasphemous, because I said I am the Son of God? Right. If I do the works of my Father, believe me not. Right. So if I do not the works of my Father, believe me not. But if I do, though ye believe not me, believe the works, that ye may know and believe that the Father is in me and I in him. You see what I'm saying? So Yahawashi was quoting Psalms 82 in verse 6 to make a point to the wicked scribes and Pharisees on how they was trying to accuse him of being Beelzebub and having devils because he was working miracles. But he was doing the work of Yahweh, you see, and he was doing it in righteousness, and he was healing, and he was bringing people to Yahweh, you see. And they accused him of doing something different. That's why he said, Satan cast out Satan, then he is divided. But the Lord was saying, he said, isn't it written that you are gods? He said, look, man, look, the Father called you gods. You see what I'm saying? You see, he said if he called them gods, unto whom the word of the Most High came, because the gods on the earth uphold the God's image, the God image of the heavens, the Godhead, right? The reputation, right? When you go into that word image, it goes into the exact likeness. So we're coming in the reputation, or the name Shem goes into reputation, power, authority. We're coming in the figure, the power and authority and the reputation of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Therefore, that makes us a God, because we can't do God things if we don't have, if we're not a God. We can do things that Yahweh is asking of us because we're an extension of him. Everybody's not an extension of him. The nations is not an extension of him. That's why I said, if he called them gods unto whom the word of the Most High came, they the gods of the earth, which are the Israelites, possess the word. They possess the image. They possess the information that created everything that we see. That wisdom has been bestowed upon the Israelites, starting with the elect, the first fruit. You see, it starts with Yahawashi in the first fruit, man. Okay, and because of that, okay, everything exists. Because when you go to, actually, since we in John, when you go to the first chapter, it said, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with the Most High, or the Word was with powers, and the Word was power, right? So the Word is Yahawashi. We're jumping down to verse 14, and in the beginning, it was created first, right? And then when you go to Colossians, all things were created by him and for him, right? And then it says Alahayim. God in the Hebrew means Alahayim. So the powers with an S, the powers was with the word. The word is Yahawashi. The powers are the elect angels, and they were with Yahawashi. Yahawashi had the blueprint. It's like you go to a construction site, you got the lead master builder. Yahawashi is the lead master builder. He received the blueprints from the one who hired him. The one who hired Yahawashi is Yahweh, and he he controlled the flow, and he showed everybody their job. That's Yahawashi. The people that the employees are likened unto the elect. When you go to Colossians, again, I quoted Colossians earlier. We go down to the later part of Colossians. Paul was talking about he's made a dispensation of the house of the Most High. When you go into that word dispensation, it goes into come on now, it goes into you know, being like a manager in the house of the Lord, man. You see, being like a manager in the house of the Most High. Okay, so that so what that does is, that's why Yahawashi said, he said, I am the vine, you are the branches. Without me, you can do nothing. So we're an extension of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. You see? So that's why we can be called gods, because literally we are gods. And because we are gods, that same word that the gods possess, that was in the beginning, have now been reactivated in these gods of the earth. When you go to the book of Jude, it says what? And the angels, Jude 1 and 5. It's only one chapter. I would therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this. Knew what? We knew the holy ways, the righteous ways. We knew how to build. You see? Only the gods know how to build. That's how you know Esau is not a god. He tears down. He destroys the earth. He don't build. Yeah, he build. Yeah, like structures and shit, his skyscrapers, right? But he don't build, meaning he don't build life. Life don't continue with Esau. Life continues with us. Why? Because we build. We build correctly. When you build correctly, things are preserved. Things live. Things continue as they were. The Lord wisdom, it say in Proverbs 24, wisdom buildeth a house. I believe that's 24. Wisdom buildeth her house. You see? And wisdom has built a house that preserves the elect, that preserves the gods, that preserves the message of YAHWASHI, the message of the heavens, man. You see? Because that's YAHWASHI is the master builder, as the scriptures talk about. He is the chief cornerstone. He's the master builder, right? That's when you get the word mason from. Masons are considered like master builders or whatever. The principal foundations to life, man. Okay, the basic principal foundations to life is what you need to build, and that's what our people lack. They lack the principles of life. That's why death is in our culture, because we lack as a people the principles of life. When you don't know the principles of life, you can't build properly. You got at the beginning, okay? Like even the earth was created in 6,000 years. Okay, a day of the Lord is 1,000 years. So in 6,000 years, the 7,000th year the Lord rested. So Jude 1 and 5, I would therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this. We knew how to keep the righteous ways of YAHWASHI. We knew how to keep, we knew how to be holy, meaning separate. Okay, this is what makes us a God. All right, the ways of YAHWASHI, that's what makes us a God, not of our own merit. How that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believe not. Right, we knew the history, we knew the mystery, you know, we knew the history. Okay, we knew the ways of the Lord at one point in time, and because we lost the principles of life, like I was saying, of what it takes to build correctly, we started to build with different things, mixed material. The mixed material will be philosophies and doctrines of the nations. We took on their ways. Psalms 106 and 35, we were mingled amongst the heathen and learned the works. We took on their ways, and we tried to build with their material. Here it is, like somebody hired me, say I'm a contractor, right? Which I am, but like say somebody hired me to you know, like somebody hired me to you know, okay, I want a house built, and I want a house built with brick, all brick. I want an all brick house, right? That's where you think the story of the 3 little pigs come from. Look, I want an all brick house, and then here it is, you starting to build with brick, but then in the middle of the build, like that's why the Lord said you got to count the cost, because you didn't count the cost, so you're running out of material and money and everything. So now you're trying to mix material. You're not using the proper material to continue to build with the brick. And then, yeah, now it looked like you built the bricks correctly. Like, for example, right now, I'm going through this literally right now with this example on my house. We're dealing with my chimney. This nigga, when I moved in my house 5 years ago, I told my realtor, yo, they got to fix the chimney. The chimney was all messed up. Whoever they hired, they came, got on the roof. I wasn't there, but they fixed the chimney, what I thought they fixed. They put the mortar on, whatever, you know, the shit on there. He didn't clean it up. You're supposed to clean it with acid and scrub it off the bricks so it won't show on the bricks. He didn't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know what he used. But my chimney is now in worse condition than it was when I first moved in. Because the nigga didn't build right. He didn't do it correctly. Because why? They were just trying to get, you know, they didn't have principles. You see? And because of that, I've been dealing with leaks out of my chimney. And it's not even a cage on my chimney. You're supposed to have a cage at the top of the chimney to keep birds and things out. So That's just liking it to the example. Yo, you gotta build correctly. We are gods on the earth. And the reason why we fail is because we started to build with mixed material. We started to build with material that wasn't required to keep the house of the Lord up. That's why the Lord allowed the enemy to siege our city, to siege our city and to take down our temple. You see, because the material now, which was being translated to our mind, because our mind keep the house going. Our mind keep the house up. That's why now the third temple is in us. The temple is in us. It's being built spiritually because our mind, only the ones that are an example or an extension of that master builder being Yahawashi, can actually build this house and keep the house up. You see what I'm saying? And those are the ones that are being activated, reactivated in these times right now. And that's why you see the world in chaos, because things are being put right side up. Everything is going back to how it's supposed to be, because the right builders are hired now. The right builders are put in place. Ain't that something? So like, it's again, and that's why it says right here, we are the angels. We are the angels that took that kept not our first estate. You see? Damn, man, goddamn cop got me on, man. It says Jude 1:5. Bear with me. It says, I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believed not, and the angels which kept not their first estate. We're the angels. An angel is a messenger. You see, an angel is a messenger. You can't just be a messenger of the Lord, bro. Only gods can be messengers. All right, only gods can be messengers. Okay, for the Lord, man. Esau is not a messenger. A messenger takes information from the king to the other party and delivers information to the other party on the behalf of the king. The messenger, they herald in the king and so forth. You see? Now you got left hand spirits and whatnot, but the true gods of the earth, right, that judge and all these different things in terms of good on both sides, that's what we're gonna be doing in the kingdom. We're gonna be judges. You know what I'm saying? Or the elect of God, man. And the angels which kept not their first estate but left their own habitation, he have reserved and everlasting chains of the darkness unto the judgment of the great day. And the chains will be these bodies, man. Okay, the chains will be these bodies. All right, that's the chains of darkness until the great day, the day of the Lord. That's the great day. It's not going in hell, bro. Hell doesn't exist. Hell is the grave. Hell is a condition. Okay, that shit. Hell was an actual, like a place called Gehenna, where you would they would sacrifice bodies and children and throw them into the fire. All these different things came about to dictate the concept of hell, man. Okay, so with that being said, we have been activated to know the truth about how life works, to know the truth about principalities and the spiritual realm. We have been reactivated in the name of YAHWASHI, and we got to act like it, because now what that does is that comes with an image, that comes with a reputation. You can't, he said, hey man, let me get this, and we'll close with this. I didn't want to keep you long. He said, oh no, you are, oh my God, you are not, yeah, here we go. No, is this it? St. John 15? I'm gonna read this first and then I'm gonna get the precept. What was I thinking about? Damn, man, it slipped my mind. It's crazy how this body works. This is St. John 15 and 19. uh let's start at verse 19. If ye were of the world would love his own. But we're not of the world. God, this is not, this world is not of us. It's not godly. Hey, it's a saying on ATL. He said godly is next to cleanliness is next to godliness. And that's what we are. We are clean people, from our attire to our dietary law, what we eat, how we think, how we move, how we deal. Okay? We're clean people, because that's next to godliness. If you were of the world would love his own, but because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. So we are not of this world. Okay? It's looking for, oh, I think the YAHAWASHI, I think this is what I was looking for. I believe this is what I was looking for. Bear with me. I'm trying to find this precept. YAHAWASHI, man. Let me close with this. Alright, this is 1 Thessalonians. Read this, right? 1 Thessalonians 5. This is first, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. We'll start with there. Well, 4. But ye brethren, damn, I missed my turn, man. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. What day? The day of the Lord. Yeah, we're not in darkness, because gods don't live in darkness, man. God's is light. It says, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. Why wouldn't the day overtake us as a thief? Because we've been activated. So our minds have been we've been put back into remembrance to understand what's actually going on in the world, so we won't be overtook by what's coming, the judgment of the Lord, man. It says, you are all the children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of the darkness. See, we're not children of the darkness, we're children of the light. You see, we're not children of the darkness, we're children of the light. That's very important to understand, because God's operate in light. The nations operate in darkness. They would never be able to operate in the light. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that. So we are not of them. Hold on, let me read that again. Bear with me. This 1 Thessalonians 5 and 5. It says, you are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of the darkness. Okay, so there you go, man. We've been activated as God, man, on the earth again. And that's why wisdom maketh a man face to shine. We hold the wisdom of the heavens again, man. At one point in time, this was withdrawn from us, and we've been activated. Lord put us back in remembrance, so that now the earth is being corrected again. And this is a threat unto Esau. This is the biggest threat to his government. This is the biggest threat to his society, to his mind, to what he push, his programming. You see, the fact that we've been reactivated as gods again. Okay, and he know he can't hold us down. You see, because YAHAWASHI lives. See, he said he's not the power of the dead. He's not the God of the dead, but the power of the living. YAHAWASHI lives. He rose again, which defeated death, conquered death. Okay, and the last enemy we conquered is death. For the man Israelite man, woman, and child, and we're able to defeat death. It starts now. It started by us being activated in our mind, which is connected to our spirit. It started now. It started in 1969, 1970, when the truth actually sprung forth in righteousness. Because you have people teaching the Bible before that, the Bible, the commandment keepers and so forth and so forth. Through Elijah, which we believe through the Spirit is Abba Bivens, our forefather Abba Bivens, who brought the truth back in the earth and restored the hearts of the fathers, man. And we've been reactivated, man. And from that, we're teaching the same doctrine from that point, man. You see? We're teaching the same exact doctrine right now. Okay? And it just kind of it continued to evolve and get sharper and sharper and polished as time went on. As knowledge increased, the truth has got more potent and more potent, to the point Esau had to start making laws to combat it, man. And this is why he's going to come down with great wrath. Why? Because the gods have been reactivated. All right, Lord willing, this quick lesson was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory from the praise and worship to our power. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostle, the Bishop Great Millstone. Peace, citation to the Lord for like. Until next time, Shalom. Mwapla Babo, Baba Bo, Shalom.